Alright guys, so this is part one for creating an obby. And so what we're going to start off with is just like the obby course itself. I'm not going to show you how to build it because it's pretty simple. You can just look up a building tutorial, but I'm going to show you how to script it. So let's make some parts real quick. And we're going to color these purple, I guess. I'm just using this for the script. Alright, and then I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to create, what should I name this? We'll do, take health parts. So we're going to put all these in here. And I'm actually going to copy these, paste them into workspace, create a different color, and we're going to make another folder, and we're going to say destroy humanoid parts, and we're going to put these in this folder. Okay, so now all these blue parts are in the destroy humanoid parts folder, and then we have the take health parts. All these parts are in the take health parts folder. Okay, so now we're going to create a script in server script service. Let me blow this up for you guys. So first things first, we are going to get our folders. So don't think we need any services, so we're just gonna do destroy. We're gonna do destroy humanoid parts equals workspace. Destroy humanoid parts. Might want to do a wait for child with these, obviously. Just in case. Okay. And then take health parts equals workspace, wait for child, take health parts. I'm going to do local function. Local function. We're going to do call it initialize. Spell that right. We'll just do E in short. Looks like it's spelling. Right. So we're gonna do init parts. I love that. Well, first we're gonna create a simple function. Actually, we're gonna do a function destroy humanoid player. Actually, parent, we'll do character. And then we'll do, basically we'll do character. -16, so that should be the character should die. Now let's do init parts. Well, I'm like on a blank right now for some reason. We're gonna do another function that is local function take character health minus equals which is has touched equals false for a full value. And then this is going to be so we're going to do in parts. So we're going to do or part in pairs folder get children, and then we're gonna do so what we're doing right now is we're creating a for loop, and we're saying for there is no index for folders inside of the workspace, so all we need to do is make a variable for the part, and so we're passing in the folder as an argument. So we're telling the function that we're going to have a folder when we call the function, and we're going to say get the children of those folder. We can also make a variable. I like to do this folder children equals, and then do this. Just makes it more readable, and it's just cleaner code. If other developers need to work with this code, or we need to come back to this code eventually, it's going to be fairly easy for us to go back to, or other developers to work with. So that's why I like writing code like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say part.touched connect, and then what is our function going to be? So local function on touched other part. So we're going to do local character equals other part dot parent. And we're gonna say local humanoid equals character line where's child humanoid, if not humanoid then return. Now we're going to do untouched, and then we're going to say if part, actually can we, I wonder if we can actually if it connects. I'm actually going to do some Googling real quick. Touched roblox. I'm going to look up some documentation real quick for this. Oh shit, touched. Other part, parameters, the other part that came, okay. So there is no other, so it doesn't like pass in. Basically I was looking up to see if we could get not just the other part for the touched event, but if it also was possible to give something else. I just lost train of thought. Oh yeah, the part that we're referring to. yeah. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to now make a function over here. And we're gonna say other part, and we're gonna say untouched other part, and then we're gonna have part. Okay. Yeah. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if. So now we're gonna put in our part here as an argument, and we're gonna say if part dot parent. Actually, we could really just put in the folder right here. Okay. So yeah, we don't need to put part. Let's just put folder, and we can say if folder dot name. So we can say local is destroy. And we can have local is take health equals folder dot name equals you can have folder dot name equals what's our destroy? I'm not sure. I'm drawing a blank. My bad. Destroy humanoid parts, and then we can have is take health equals folder dot name equals take health parts, and then what we can do is we can say if is destroy if is destroy, then we can say we can also pass in the humanoid here just to make it better or easier, I guess. Alright, so we can say if it's destroy, then we're going to call our destroy function. So destroy humanoid. Oh, I made it capital. Else if is take health, then have take health, humanoid, and so that should work. So yeah, init parts. And so now we just need to have a for loop, so we can say so we can say for folder in pairs, and then we can say for folder in pairs. Or we could just call this function twice, actually. Yeah, you can just call this function twice. So destroy, I think that'll be fine. And init parts, take health parts. All right, cool. All right, so let's just recap real quick before we start testing to see if our code worked. So we have our two variables here at the top. And these are for our folders that are inside of workspace containing parts. One is the destroy humanoid parts folder, and the other is take health parts folder. Then we have this has touched. So this is actually a bool that we need to put in still. And I'm going to do that after I'm done with the recap. So then we have our two functions. Okay, one function is for destroying the humanoid. The other function is for taking away health from the humanoid. Okay. And then we have another function which is untouched. This is the function that is going to be called when the touched event is activated. And so what we're doing if it is touched, like part.touch connect, we are passing in the other part, which is basically like if you have a part and a player runs into that part, well, whatever part of the player runs into it, that's going to be other part. And so other part dot parent we're saying equals character, but we're also saying if humanoid doesn't exist from the character, then we're going to return the function. We're going to not run anything else after that. Because, and this is so, like, that other part might be touching other parts that aren't players or characters. You know what I mean? So, and then we'll have, and then if it is the humanoid, if it is a character and a player, then what we're going to do is we're going to say if is destroy folder, we're going to destroy the humanoid. If a part is a take health part of take health folder, we're going to just take health from the player. So yeah. So let me just see if I'm doing this correctly. And this is also the for loop that runs through the folder. Folder that we have, and then we have these two function calls. Both are folders. But let me see if this is looking right. So part.touch connect function. If it is destroyed, folder that name. Okay. So this should work. Let's put a boolean. Let's put our debounce right here. Let's put that in. So we're gonna say as touched equals true. We're gonna run through our stuff, and we're gonna put a weight. We're gonna put a constant variable at the top actually as well. Local. Touched weight equals 2. Just do 2. So it's gonna be 2 seconds. So touched weight, and then we're gonna say as touched equals false. Okay, and then we're going to put at the top. We're going to put at the top. We're gonna say if has touched, then return. Okay, and so why the debounce is here is so that we're not running the function over and over and over and over again. And so that's why it's there, or else it would just be running constantly, and as we're touching the part, it's just going to run, and sometimes that we don't want gameplay to work like that. So that's why we have our debounce. Now, an important thing to note: this is a script in the server script service. So that being said, this is not going to pertain to each player. What I mean by that is if one player were to touch this, then the whole server has to wait until this task.wait to be able to interact with it again. It's not going to just be dependent on the player, right? So we would have to set up some more code in order for that to in order to make that a thing. We would have to put a bool value inside of the player and make that true or false, and then we would look for that. Oh crap! And then we would look for that that debounce that would be inside of the player, or depending on like if it's using player data or actual bool values inside of the players, but it's whatever. So yeah, let's test it though. Okay, so I just lost health, and then I just died from that. So yeah, that is basically like how you can simply, you know, make the first part of an obby, which is like the obstacle course, and you can make obstacles that the player has to avoid. So let's actually see real quick if I can avoid these. I got him goaded. I'm actually goaded. Oh, shoot. I took out. I think that's really cool that I take out. But yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. This is part 1 of making an obby. And I thought to just get this part out of the way first because I think like that's where you can actually make like the gameplay. Outside of that, I'm thinking of a few more parts. One is going to be player data. That's going to be its own part. The second part is going to be marketplace service. We're going to be going over how you can set up a shop system and set up like buying the coils or whatever you want to do. And then you can also buy whatever else you want to set up and game passes and stuff like that. And then another thing is the maybe a donate button, but that goes into marketplace service as well. And then I think that's it, right? I think that's like the main thing for an obby. Maybe we'll come up with some like random fun mechanic as well. Yeah, and then you guys can, you know, get started on making an obby, I guess. I'll see you guys in the next one though. Peace.